Is it just a coincidence that the creator of Spooks Code 9 and the production company behind the series both use the one-eye symbolism favored by the Illuminati? The Olympic mascots are also an obvious reference to one-eye symbolism. Why do they only have one eye? The symbolism of the one-eye mascots is the same one-eye symbolism that is found on the dollar note. The 2011 late August edition of Private Eye was mainly devoted to comment and analyze on the riots that took place in the UK at that time. It had nothing to do with the Olympics. The cover of the magazine told a different story, however. Look at the title and look at the caption. Why was the cover called Olympic Rehearsal, and why did the caption refer to the Olympic ceremony being the worst ever, when this particular edition had nothing to do with the Olympics? Is another secret message being delivered, which is that something bad will happen at the Olympic opening ceremony? Further suspicions are raised by a report in 2005 that claimed that the site of the Olympic Park was previously the site of an experimental nuclear reactor. Notice how the character is made to hold up the map so that we can clearly see it is a map of the London Underground. The scene seems to have been deliberately set up to emphasize the connection between the London Underground and 2012, or London and 2012. Is this another example of a film being used to reveal what is going to happen in the future? The film V for Vendetta was based on the comic book series of the same name. The comic included two examples of suspicious symbolism. Firstly, the cover of the comic uses one-eye symbolism. DC Comics, the comics publisher, also used one-eyed symbolism as shown on page 35 of the 6th comic. On page 8 of the 8th comic, Aleister Crowley's maxim "do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the laws" is quoted. Aleister Crowley was a leading occultist and is thought by some to have been part of the Illuminati. These clues suggest that the comic series was put together by people who believed in the ideas of the Illuminati. The comic didn't, however, make any mention of a chemical biological attack on the London Underground, but the film did. Why would the later film refer to a chemical biological attack but not the original comic series? Is the film trying to convey the message that an attack on the London Underground is being planned? Before 9/11 and 7/7, there was mock exercises based on events that would later take place. Similarly, in September 2003, the emergency services and the London Underground took part in Operation Osiris, which was a mock exercise designed to test their ability to respond to a chemical biological attack on the London Underground. Why did they call it Operation Osiris? Osiris is an Egyptian god, usually identified as the god of the afterlife, the underworld and the dead. If you read about the Illuminati and other secret societies, you will discover a connection between them and Egyptian mythology. The fact that the mock exercise was called Operation Osiris suggests that the Illuminati are behind a plot to carry out an attack on the London Underground. The film 2012 suggests an attack is being planned for 2012. If the Illuminati are to move forward their plans to establish a new world order, they would have to use a large-scale fake terror event to scare people into accepting increased surveillance and control of their lives. The clues presented in this video suggest that such an event is being planned to happen at the London Olympics and on the London Underground. If enough people are made aware of this information, however, the so-called Illuminati may be forced to cancel their plans and many lives will be saved.